out of Alabama. Luke DeMorel will do the draw work for the Yellow Jackets. Out there for Transylvania, number 13, Peyton Bray, senior, 6'1", out of Louisville. Jackets start with Tubbs and Roscoff on the wings. Here on the near side is A.J. Teague, the LSM for Transylvania. 15 minutes on the clock and we're underway. Transylvania picks up a win for Bray in his first time. They get it to Dalton Hubbs. And the first possession going over to Transylvania. Picked up wins against two OAC teams early on in the season. They won in their first game against Marietta as a ground ball won by Neil Randall after a turnover by the Pioneers. Not how they wanted to start. Storner controls the clear for the Yellow Jackets. Clay Kolke with it. Now right back with Storner. Storner finds Ratowski over the midline, and the Jackets successfully clear it over. Ratowski swings to Nanowski. Jackets settle things down, get some substitutions on. John Schulte out of the box, the senior captain. There's Jake Branton with the rock. Jackets move it around, looking to get an alley dodge here for Schulte. Down the far alley. Schulte rolls back, working with that left hand. Swings it to Branton. Not a clean connection. Now right back to Schulte with some space. Works on the short stick midfielder. Fires a left-handed bouncer, and it's wide of the cage. Nanowski's there for the backup. First shot taken by John Schulte. Now Nanowski behind the cage with a screen from Bechtel. Left-handed shot goes. Jackets get the scoring open. Jake Nanowski, the reigning freshman of the year in the Ohio Athletic Conference, gets it to go. With 13:20 remaining in this first quarter. With the left hand on that far side, bangs in off the bottom of the low post. DeMorel back in. One backwards by Bray again. He's 2 for 2. And Transylvania trying to set up. Turned it over early on that first possession. With Lowe here on the near side. Working against Kolke. Swings it over to Warner. Warner with the roll dodge. Working on Jonas Aquila, the preseason All-American for the Yellow Jackets. Up top with Hubbs. Looking to create. Swing it behind the cage. Mordhorst tries the backhand. Goes wide right. Stormont there to pick up the backup just right in front of Blos. Pioneers will swing it. Long dodge here with Will Warner. Working against Ratowski. Sweeping across, now picked up by Tubbs. Inside. Shot wide left. That time Randall's there to pick up the backup. Stormont couldn't get there. Now the Jackets pick up a defensive stop. Stop and a score and a clear. Jonas Aquila brings it into the offensive end. Byerly flips to Boehm. Here along the near side 40. Branton comes in out of the box, and so does John Schulte. Here's Boehm, sweeping from left to right. Hits Schulte on the left hand, and a shot and a score. An assisted goal from John Schulte. Boehm finds him on the way in, and he scores with the left hand. Jackets 2-0 early. That's Schulte's 4th goal of the season, 8th point. Has 4 assists to go along with 4 goals now on the season. Dremmerly back out for another face-off. Both teams bring out the same wings. That's Harari on the far side working against the long stick midfield, Richie Roscoff. Mays with another quick win, right back to himself. Flips it up to Teague. Teague fires a shot and a save. Joe Storner. Stick side high right into his cross. Picks up his first save of the night. Pioneers had a couple shots go wide. That's their first shot on cage. Ratowski on the far side. Great connecting pass to Roscoff. Jackets clear it again. Tubbs will slow it down. Gets it to Jake Branton. Jackets bring that first line midfield out. Branton working at the BW. Defender comes all the way out. Branton with some speed. Down the alley, finds Byerly. Byerly fires and scores. All Jackets. 3-0 early as Kyler Byerly cashes in. His 13th goal of the season. And Transylvania needs a timeout. Jackets are all over the Pioneers early. We'll be right back.
Tonight's men's lacrosse game is also being webcast on the BW Athletic website at bwyellowjackets.com with Luke Schradel calling all the action. You can view all BW home games on the website. A reminder to fans as well that a copy of tonight's program can be accessed by scanning the QR codes located throughout the Finnie Stadium or by visiting the men's lacrosse schedule page at bwyellowjackets.com.
Welcome back to first quarter coverage of Yellow Jacket Lacrosse. Quick start for BW, 3-0 now with the goal from Kyler Byerly. Came from a far out shot nearby that 25 on the far side. Cashes in. Dremmerly back out for another face-off. It's been all Transylvania at the X early. Peyton Bray taking care of business, and now Dremmerly wins it back to himself. Picks up his first win of the day. The young freshman finding his way here as a Yellow Jacket. Picks up an important win after a strong goal from Byerly. Aquila gets it over the midline. Aforementioned preseason All-American. Jackets have all their subs on and ready to go with the green light. Schulte controls. Now back with Branton. Gets the play from the sideline, way up top with Bates. Makes a move past him. Byerly on the sweep, fires another shot wide. But a lot of space and hands free for Kyler Byerly, the leading goal scorer so far in the season for the Yellow Jackets. Here's Jake Danowski. Byerly again. Screen from Branton. Now off to Schulte. John Schulte with the left hand. Tried to flip it to Branton. Branton lost control. Ground ball here on the near side. Branton flips it out. Nice play by Branton to get it to Danowski. Saves the turnover. 4 on the shot clock. Branton tries to throw it over to Byerly, but just dumps it off towards the sideline. The shot clock was going to expire. Jackets weren't aware of that until very late in that possession. So Transylvania picks up a stop. It's with the freshman goalkeeper on the far side. Now with Deskins on the near side. Byerly tracks him down. Flips it up. Bates controls over the midline. 8:30 remaining in the first quarter. It's been all BW. Aquino now with Lowe. Right back to him. Lost it. Declan Tubbs with the ground ball. A turnover. Tubbs on the run. Pushed in the back on the sideline. And they say he goes out of bounds. Lowe sent him out. And Transylvania controls the possession now. Dalton Hubbs. Right back to Aquino. Right back with Hubbs up top. Harari runs into a double team. Ground ball out there to be had. Blows can't pick it up. All three Yellow Jackets around it. Aquila can't pick it up, and Transylvania controls that ground ball. 40 seconds on the shot clock. Up top with Quinn Fox. Senior attackman goes to work on Aquila. Now we go to work again on Aquila. The right-handed shot. Not the greatest angle. Didn't have it wide right now. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Field of play was not set. They're going to go get that checked out, make sure the shot clock is set on the correct time. I believe it was 12 or 13 seconds on there. And they're going to bring him up instead of far in that alley. Aquino still has it over on that far side 20. They move it up to 14 instead of 13. So shot clock is ready to go, and here we go. Gotta go quick here. Fox working on Ratowski. Nothing open. 5 seconds now. 4, 3. Fox has gotta let it go. Lets it go, and Storner's there. A great save from the junior goalkeeper. Tried to go upstairs, and Storner protected the cookie jar. Here comes Ferguson off the bench. He's got 8 goals for the Yellow Jackets in this season. Gets it off to Byerly, sets a screen for him. Now right back with Ferguson. Behind the cage with Eric Bechtel. Bechtel with a screen from Ferguson. Steps it back out, has the short stick matchup. Bechtel goes to work, looking to get his hands free. Now fires to Byerly. Byerly skip pass to Schulte. Schulte down the alley. Strong defense from Transylvania. Caused turnover from Ben Markham. If you just joined us, 3-0. 5 minutes, 30 seconds remain in this first quarter. Jackets scored a quick 3 goals to begin the game. Transylvania kind of getting their footing here in this one. Haven't scored yet, but got a great opportunity late in the shot clock last time. Neil Randall with the caused turnover. The first teamer from last season gets his stick in the passing lane. Jackets clear it successfully, and the defense is having one heck of a first quarter. They've been all over the hands of the Pioneers. Transylvania already 3 turnovers. Branton, strong move to the right hand. Finds Byerly, who's got it in his left. Switch to the right on the inside. And Byerly got it blocked. Shoreling there for the rebound. Jackets swing it. Byerly up top with a short stick matchup. He's working on Brickley. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Goes to his right hand. Fires it off to Branton, but he can't corral it. Ground ball to be fought for. Bechtel comes in with the hit. But Hubbs got it off. Flipped it to its teammate. Pioneers in transition. Kolke ends the transition, but a flag comes in. The double team came from Kolke and Ratowski. Caused a Pioneer to lose the ball. I think that was Mordhorst with it. He had no chance to score that. But Kolke just comes in, and I think they're going to get him for an illegal body check. They're going to reset the shot clock, and they're going to call a 30-second penalty on Clay Kolke. I think they're going to call a hold on that. Just a 30-second technical for Clay Kolke, and this man down unit now sets up. First man up opportunity of the day for either team. 6-on-5. Here's Hubbs. Up top with Warner. Now to Lowe. Lowe to Aquino. Back up top with Hubbs. And the Jackets are back to all even. The shot is fired by Hubbs, but saved and deflected by Storner, picked up by Ratowski, and the Jackets have a stop. Randall tries to clear it over to Blos, who makes the catch. Fired it off to Declan Tubbs, who couldn't corral. Byerly on the chase, can't get the ball out of Noah Alexander's cross, and Transylvania able to settle things down. 4 shots, no scores yet for the Pioneers. Dalton Hubbs working on Declan Tubbs. Now to Lowe. Lowe fired a pass inside, but it was tipped away by Neil Randall. Does such a great job of keeping his stick in the passing lane. That's already twice I've called his name for that in this quarter. Inside. And another caused turnover. Kolke picked that one up. But it dribbled out. Jackets control. 2 minutes remain in this first quarter. Jackets defense holding down for another possession. Here's Adam Blos on the far side. Gets it over the midline and into the hands of Jake Nanowski. Jackets will slow and get their starting midfield coming into the game. Up top with Hunter Bain. Down the righty alley. Over to Nanowski. Struggled to find his footing there on the far side. Guarded by a short stick. Double team comes. Now kicks it to Bain. Bain scores! Assisted from Nanowski. A quick jump shot. That's Hunter Bain's 3rd goal of the season and BW's 4th goal of the contest. It's 4-0 with 1:02 remaining in the first quarter. The double team came on Nanowski. He kept his head up. Bain cut right from the double team and made a jump shot behind it. Face-off one forward by Peyton Bray. Quick break for the Pioneers, and it's slowed down. Had an opportunity. Wanted to settle. Will Warner with it. Kicks it back to Quinn Fox. Pioneers trying to find their offense in the back end of this first quarter. Under 30 seconds to play. Up top with Harari. Now to Fox.
10, 9,
Rice low.
7,
Swings it out of bounds. A turnover to end the quarter.
3, 2, 1.
And it was a perfect defensive quarter for the Yellow Jackets. Scoreless for Transylvania. 4-0 the score at the end of our first quarter. Give you a little bit of a scoring summary of how that turned out. The first goal was scored by Jake Danowski unassisted. Then John Schulte scored with an assist from Hunter Bain. Kyler Byerly found the net. And then Jake Danowski just assisted Hunter Bain for that goal with 1 minute and 2 seconds left. The 3 other BW goals were scored in the first 5 minutes. We're going to say the quarter's not over quite yet. 8 seconds left on the clock when it went out. We'll play it out. Randall fires. Way deep.
4, 3, 2,
Had a chance at finding Danowski.
1, 0.
I mean, you got a 6'6", 215 attackman out there. Might as well give it a chance. But that ends the first quarter now. We'll be right back with second quarter action. Yellow Jackets all over Transylvania early, 4-0. Welcome back into live streaming coverage of Yellow Jacket Lacrosse. Second quarter action coming your way. If you're just joining us, the Jackets are on a roll after that first quarter, 4-0 against Transylvania University. The Pioneers come in 5-1. Taking a look around the OAC, a couple of games went final already. John Carroll takes down SUNY Brockport in overtime, 16-15. That was a big score to watch. And the other one that went final of note, Oberlin takes down Mount Union 11-4. Face-off won by the Pioneers, and here's a break. 4-on-4 ends up slowing things down. Aquila comes on and pressures with the double team. No turnover. Warner controls up top. Now with Hubs. Back to Warner. Back to Hubs. He fires with the right hand. Wide. Stormont. Back to Hamill. with Clow. Inside, shot and a save. Storner kicks it out. Kolke picks it up off the deck. A save on the doorstep. Andrew Hamill had a nice move to find himself one-on-one with Storner, and Storner holds strong. Tubbs gets it over to Neil Randall. The turn, fires a pass to Aquila. Aquila finds Boehm. Boehm will run it over to Nanowski. Behind the cage. To Bechtel. Up top with Branton. Jackets swinging around behind the cage with Byerly. To Nanowski. Flag comes out. Schulte fires a shot with the left hand. Wide. But the foul is going to go on Transylvania. Slash is going to go on Dalton Hubbs. He found the plastic on Kyler Byerly's stick. Helmet. So a 1-minute penalty. 6-on-5 for the Yellow Jackets now. Their second man-up opportunity. First man-up opportunity. Second man-up opportunity of the game for both teams. Stoppage of play for the shot clock. Get it back to 60. And the Jackets have it. A man up. Byerly starts the motion to Ferguson. Now to Boehm. Back to Ferguson. Nanowski. Lefty to lefty. Now to Ferguson, who fires a shot. High heat from Owen Ferguson. Doesn't catch the cage. Jackets have the backup. Jackets still a man up. Boehm with it. Up top with Ferguson. Inside to Byerly. Byerly scores! On the inside, a quick finish from Kyler Byerly. He cashes in his second goal of the contest. 5-0 now. 12 minutes, 1 second remain in the second quarter. Another assisted goal for the Yellow Jackets. Their third assisted goal. Bray went way early. Jackets get possession back. Nanowski controls as Schulte and Shoreling come on. Branton in there as well. Behind the cage, Eric Bechtel on the drive. Kick out to Branton. Pass was tipped. Fight for the ground ball at the midline. Branton throws his body at it. And what an effort. Jake Branton throws his body at that ground ball. Now has it again. Gets it back over the midline to Schulte. But you can't touch it with your hand. So Transylvania is going to get it. Dribbled under his shirt. Not sure how that's even possible. An unfortunate turnover for John Schulte. Harari controls up top. To Fox. Fox working on Aquila. Back to Harari, working on Branton. To his left hand now. Branton is there. Harari back to his left hand again. Inside. Tried for a one-timer with Matthew Clow, and Aquila blows him over. That time, Clow and Aquila collided, and it was not good for Clow. He got thrown to the ground, but he got the call for it. Aquila was there a bit early. The Pioneers still control possession. They've taken 6 shots. None of them have scored. 3 saves for Joe Storner in there. First team all-conference goalkeeper. Already earned himself a Player of the Week in the OAC this season. And a lefty bouncer kicked up by Storner. That'll go down as another save for him. Pioneers keep possession, though, off the rebound. They go to Hamill. Hamill's shot's blocked by the face mask of Ethan Rutowski. Back to Hamill. Hamill fires and scores. Andrew Hamill finds himself wide open on the skip pass. Things got messy off that ground ball, and Hamill fires a shot to give the Pioneers their first goal in this one. They find the cage after nearly 16 minutes of play. Around 21. But all you need is one to get a run here. And a messy goal like that, off of the ground ball, could get your offense going. They score on their 9th shot of the day. Tremblay tries to win it forward to himself, chasing the ground ball. Roscoff gets it. Now to Byerly, fires a shot. Went wide of the cage, and no one was there for the backup. The closest to it was Topher Hayes. The crowd doesn't like it, but it was the right call. Danowski all over the keeper. Hayes gets away. Throws it over the midline, finds Hamill. Hamill wants to go to work. He scored it on the last possession. Mordhorst working on Declan Tubbs up top. Swings it off to Will Warner, who's working on Noah Bartos. Left-handed sweep. Tried to kick it back over to Mordhorst, and he can't make the catch. Kolke gets it off. But a ground ball from Noah Alexander slows things down. Pioneer ball. It's with Bryce Lowe working on Clay Kolke. Tries a shot. Inside roll look. Does not go. Hamill has a short stick matchup. Wants to give it a go. Split dodge to his left hand. Now back to his right around the cage. Pass to Lowe. Try to go with a quick hitter. Got it deflected. A nice check inside. 35 seconds on the shot clock now for the Pioneers. Hamill working on Randall. Kicks it back inside. Finds Lowe on the inside. Gets his stick around a couple of checks, and Storner's there for the save on the doorstep. A denial from Joe Storner resets the shot clock. Mordhorst with it. Back to Stormont. He fires, and it went off the posts. Bartos is there for the backup. He got right in front of Lowe. Now a long clearing pass. Not there. Ground ball picked up by the Pioneers. Now it's back on the deck. Roscoff sends a stick out of a hand. A yard sale, and Nanowski goes diving for the ground ball, but sends it back in. Pioneers on the break now. Markham gets past Roscoff. A lot of action there on the near side, just for a failed clear. Under 7 minutes to play. Aquino working on Bartos. Now to Will Warner. They want to give Harari some run here. Down the right-handed alley. Swings it behind the cage. Stormont working on Kolke. 30 seconds remain on the shot clock. Lowe fires a shot and scores. Into the top left corner. A quick shot and a score for Bryce Lowe, senior midfielder out of Trinity High School in Louisville, Kentucky. Brings the score 5-2. They score on their 13th shot of the contest. Jackets found themselves on defense for a long time after that failed clear. And Transylvania able to cash in 2 in a row. Dremmerly working against Bray. Kicked out and recovered by Teague. A.J. Teague on the break. Lost it, but a flag's out. Crowd not happy with that one, but Adam Blows got him in the helmet. And that's going to be a 1-minute slash call. Now the Jackets will be man down for the second time today. We're top 15 in the country last year in man-down defense. And that defense is headed by head coach Tony Tatro in his first season here at BW. Was an assistant coach for a long time here. Finally gets the head man job in his first season. Carrying over that great work with the man-down unit. Here's Hamill. Back to Warner. Thought he had Hamill on the C-cut inside. Now back to Warner. And a whistle. I think they got the Pioneers for an illegal screen off the ball. Here's Randall. Back to Byerly behind the cage. Jackets trying to kill the penalty. And we're all even. Might have went down as a 30-second penalty. Branton fires a shot. It went high. Still 54 seconds on the shot clock. Jake Nanowski with it. Working one-on-one against the short stick. Kicks it back to Bechtel. He's got Hubs on him. Now to Byerly all alone behind the cage. Throws it to Branton. Branton fires a shot in low corner. Jacob Branton fires and scores. 6-2 now. A 4-goal lead for the Yellow Jackets. Went off the turf, so was wondering if they were going to give Byerly the assist, and they do. He picks up his 4th assist on the season. That's Branton's 6th goal on the year and his 9th point, the junior midfielder. .429 remain in this first half. Demerly loses to Peyton Bray, who has it. It's been a back-and-forth matchup. But the BW Wings have done a nice job of dominating ground balls to make it interesting. Bray's won a lot of the clamps, but hasn't been able to finish it. Behind the cage with Harari. To Stormont. Back to Hamill. Open set here from Transylvania. Fox over to Hamill. Back to Fox. To Lowe, who just scored. Now to Harari. Harari tried to skip pass. Wasn't there. Tips out of bounds. Went off a Yellow Jacket cross. 16 seconds left for Transylvania on this shot clock. Behind the cage, Harari. Shot blocked. Stormont sends one off a Neil Randall's shoe. Liam Harari behind the cage. Tried to send it into Hamill. Can't connect. Ball dribbles over the midline and over and back is called. But it was thrown backwards. And the flag is going to come out for delay of game. That's going to be a 30-second technical. Unless there was another hit that I didn't see. But I think he just threw the ball backwards. Either way, uncharacteristic, not a smart play. It's going to give the Jackets 1 man up, 6-on-5 here. 2:56 remaining in the second quarter. We're going to throw A.J. Teague in the box for a clock violation. That can't be right. It's a delay of game. Schulte swings it up top with Branton. Branton with the fake. Now back to Schulte. A left-handed shot off the keeper. Hayes just got his foot on that one. I think it was outside of the cage regardless. Byerly finds Branton. A quick score for Jacob Branton and another assist coming from Kyler Byerly. An alley-oop pass. 7-2 now the score. And the Jackets roll the boat on the sideline.
Number 55, Jake Branton, his second. Assisted by number 88, Kyler Byerly, his second.
That's what the man-up offense is supposed to look like in this sport. A quick dunk. Jackets stop the Transylvania 2-goal run with 2 goals of their own. Demerly battling on the face-off. Roscoff comes on in, and Aquila picks up the ground ball. Timeout, Yellow Jackets. They'll take one with 2:14. We'll take one as well here on BWYellowJackets.com. Stay right with us.
Timeout, Baldwin Wallace. The number 17 nationally ranked baseball team, 11-1 overall, was in action earlier today as the team hosted Hiram College for a non-conference game. Baldwin Wallace won by a final score of 18-3. The men's and women's track and field teams were also in action earlier today as they traveled to Lexington, Virginia for the Washington and Lee Carnival, hosted by Washington and Lee University.
2:14 still to play here in the second quarter. Jackets with possession. Just called the timeout if you're just joining us. 2 quick goals from Jake Branton have sent this game to 7-2 after a 2-goal Transylvania run. They responded after being down 5-0. But now Hunter Boehm controls up top for the Yellow Jackets. Down the alley to Byerly with some space. Back over to Danowski on the near side. Danowski fires and scores. Jake Danowski had another one on. 8-2. And the celebrations continue on the Yellow Jacket sideline. Great ball movement. And the Jackets get Jake Danowski wide open with that left-hand sweep. You know that's going. Way too much room to fire. Zach Zool comes on for some face-off work. And he picks up a win. And it takes a tough hit, draws the flag. Jackets will be man up. Dalton Hubbs laid the boom on Zach Zool, but that was not a legal hit. Jackets will get the benefit of that one. That's pretty close to being 2 minutes. That was unsportsmanlike. Calls to the head and neck area warrant a 2-minute locked-in penalty. So if it was really that bad and the referees want to communicate that it was so, we'll see him locked in for 2 minutes, but I doubt you get that. This is totally at the referee's discretion. Still going over the call, nothing official yet, but the Jackets will be 6-on-5 for at least a minute. They're going to go with a legal body check. Zool didn't have possession, and he knocked him to the turf. So just 1 minute, no locked-in penalty. Transylvania head coach Logan Otto in his first year with the program, also a longtime assistant at Transylvania. Pretty frustrated with the call. Thought it was clean right in front of the numbers, but he didn't have possession of the ball. So that's where you're going to see that call. Ferguson has it on the far side. 8-2 is the score. 1:41 remaining in this first quarter. Branton fake back to Schulte. Now to Shoreling. Now to Danowski. Byerly with his hands free. Gets it to Ferguson. Ferguson pushes to Schulte, and Schulte had a shot blocked. Picked up by Transylvania and lost by Teague, who picked it back up again. Aquino finds Lowe, who drives inside, can't score. Wide of the cage that time. Still 55 on the shot clock, 10-second differential. So the shot clock should be off here. Just 35 seconds remain in this first half. Hubbs down the righty alley, fires a shot. Not even close. Behind the cage with Stormont. Aquino. Now to Hubbs. Up top. Makes a move inside and scores. Hubbs adds one on with 17 seconds remaining in the first half. Made it past Noah Bartos to find his way into the middle of that defense and puts it in the top left corner. That's their leading goal scorer. He finds his first goal of this game and his 18th goal on the season in 7 contests. Demerly back out for the faceoff work, working on Peyton Bray. Wins it forward to himself. Still 10 seconds left. Flips it back in. Covered by Transylvania. Up to Hubs. Can they do anything with it? The shot wide of the cage, no good, and that's where the first half ends. The Jackets lead it 8-3 at the end of the first half. 2 goals apiece for Nanowski, Branton, and Byerly, and 1 goal apiece for Bryce Lowe, Dalton Hubs, Andrew Hamill, and the 3 Pioneer scorers. We'll be right back with second half coverage after the quick break here at halftime. Welcome back into live streaming coverage of Yellow Jacket Lacrosse here on BWYellowJackets.com. Still on site on the George Finnie Stadium. Clouds rolling in. About 50 degrees still, dropping as we speak. 8-3 the score as the Jackets lead it after a strong first quarter. Started out quick, 3 goals in the first 5 minutes, and ended on a 3-1 run after a couple of goals from Jake Branton and a couple of assists from Kyler Byerly. Referees coming out of the tunnel, getting things ready. Face-off and the field is set. Just got to get the Zebras out on the field, ready for play. It's 7-6 on the face-off so far in this one. Zach Zuhl appeared in a face-off for BW, but it's been all Demerly otherwise. And the wing play from Declan Tubbs, Jonas Aquila, and Richie Roscoff has been really good. But the Jackets find themselves down in ground balls 18-13. And they've turned it over 9 times to Transylvania's 8 turnovers. And the Jackets have cashed in on 2 out of 4 of their man-up opportunities. Only 1 for Transylvania, and they couldn't cash in on that one try. Face-off is kicked out by Demerly and picked up by Peyton Bray. And Transylvania wins the first face-off of this second half. Lights are turned on. Darkness is ascending on the George Finnie Stadium. Gets darker a little bit later nowadays. But the sun's setting around 6:30. Warner loses it. Tubbs kicks it free. Roscoff controls. Now to Aquila. 4-on-3 break. Turns into a 4-on-4. Byerly kicks it to Bechtel. And it didn't go in. Hayes able to kick it out. Looking for Bechtel on the doorstep. Couldn't cash in, and Byerly sends Bray down to the ground. The keeper with a couple of words to say to Byerly afterwards. Not sure why that wasn't fouled. Aquino fires to Hamill on the inside and saved by Storner. How about that for a response? Joe Storner, what a save. I mean, Hamill was wide open on the doorstep, and he had a couple of minutes to fire it. Storner still there. That's his 8th save of the contest. .72% in the cage compared to Topher Hayes tonight, who has 1 save on 17 shots faced, 11% save percentage. And he was the man who drew the penalty. Byerly will sit. Waiting for the official call on the penalty. I didn't see what was called. I think we're going to go with an unnecessary roughness 30-second technical. Because he did have the ball for a second, and it was just a bit of a rough hit from Byerly. I thought that it was just a bit too much. But either way, 6-on-5, no official call quite yet for you. Hamill with it. Now to Lowe. Underneath with Fox. Shoots in, another save on the doorstep. Joe Storner. It was an illegal cross-check. It'll be a 1-minute penalty. Jackets got to kill this penalty. Storner gets it off to Neil Randall. Now to the preseason All-American Jonas Aquila. Down the sideline. The speed. Gets past Hubbs. Jackets trying to kill the penalty. Now to Bechtel. Bechtel finds Bain. Up top. The leading goal scorer for the Jackets, Kyler Byerly, swings it to Schulte. Now with Branton. Jake Branton makes his defender stumble, kicks it over to Nanowski. Nanowski to Branton. Branton sends it wide of the cage. Possession sits behind with Bechtel. Screen from Nanowski. Pressure comes out on Bechtel. Handled it well. Now to Branton. Branton to his right hand. Back to Boehm, who fires. Bouncer. Couldn't find the cage. And that time, Transylvania there for the backup. That's Markham. Shot clock was down to 5 seconds regardless. So Transylvania picks up possession. Deskins will run it up. Gets it over to Aquino. And offsides is going to be called. That's a really late call from the referees. He found Deskins was offsides after thinking that over for a couple of seconds. I agree he was probably offsides, but you kind of screw the flow of the game there. But here come the Jackets on the break. Schulte, shot and a score. Turn it up. John Schulte, book it. 9-3 now. The offsides call turns into a goal for the Yellow Jackets in transition.
Goal, Yellow Jackets by number 77, John Schulte. His second, assisted by number 35, Ethan Rutowski. His first.
Interesting turn of events after that call. Deskins stepped over, threw it over, and the Jackets got possession going the other way really quickly. And Schulte cashes in for another goal, assist from Ethan Rutowski. Face-off is kicked out and won by Transylvania. Another turnover. Transylvania can't afford to throw it out of bounds. Down 6. Here's Storner. Up the near side with Kolke. Right back to Joe Storner. Walks it up and finds Ferguson on the sideline, who turns. Has some green down the far side. Now behind the cage. Ferguson came into this one third on the team in goals. Kicks it back to Nanowski, who had trouble handling it. Still trying to pick it up. Able to do so. Now to the freshman, Jake Shoreling. He works on Liam Harari. He'll take him behind the cage, invert it. Shoreling with the shimmy. Had an open Bechtel, but he couldn't corral it until he was already at a bad angle. Now Byerly, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Byerly lets one go. Save by Topher Hayes. Hayes still has it. Wants to get athletic. And knocked to the turf. Nanowski's going to be flagged for that one. Hit him in the back. Can't hit a guy when he's showing you his backside. Harari took a tough hit. This is going to be a man-up opportunity for Transylvania. They've been unable to cash in on those so far. They're 0 of 2. They have just 3 goals on 20 shots. It's been the work from Joe Storner that's really been the story in this one. 8 saves on 20 shots faced, 72% save percentage. Absolutely incredible. Doesn't matter if it's from outside or right in front of him, he's going to stop it. Hamill with it. Now to Fox. Aquila locks up. Hubs up top. It's 5-on-4. Because of that lockup, Lowe fires and scores. The lefty. They needed that look. That's Lowe's spot. That lefty attackman area on the island over there is where Lowe likes to score. That's where he scored his first goal. He adds on a second one here. 9-4 with 9:32 remaining. Drummerly and Bray come out for another matchup at the X. Bray able to kick it back forward to himself on the ground. Crafty play on the ground ball from the faceoff specialist. And now they get caught up. No flag, no stoppage of play. They just let him play. Low with it after his score. Swings it behind the cage. Stormont back up top with Hubs. They locked him off on the prior man-up possession where they cashed in. Find themselves 1 of 3 on man-up opportunities. Here's Will Warner. Over to Hubs. Back to Warner. Now to Ock. Ock to Hubs. Now to Hamill. To Stormont. Back to Hamill. Working on Roscoff. Hamill tried to find his way inside, but got it taken away. Bounce pass off to Storner. Jackets with a stop on defense. Can they clear it? Aquila dodges a hard hit from Lowe. Lowe goes flying outside of your picture. Aquila controls on the far side, gets a screen from Schulte. Gets it off with Branton. And the Jackets will slow things down to get some substitutions on early in this third quarter. Still 7 minutes, 40 seconds to play in this one. Branton. Stopped in his tracks by Warner. He'll go at it again. Swing to Schulte. Screen from Branton. Tough defense on Schulte, but he scores it. The high bouncer from the lefty. Finds the top right corner. Jackets at 10 goals now. It's a 6-point lead. Booked the hat trick for John Schulte. 3 goals on 6 shots. A 50% clip for John Schulte shooting the ball. Zach Sewell will come out to do some work at the faceoff X. Won his first draw. Had a couple of draws in the Washington and Lee game. And against Allegheny. Won that one and kicked it out. That's Nick Spotty in there on the wing. But Neil Randall controls the ground ball. And the fake draw some oohs and ahs from the crowd. Ferguson with a swing to Byerly. Sets up a 2-man game. Byerly didn't like what he saw. Has the short stick matchup, though. It's Ethan Kramer. Byerly to his right hand. Hands it off to Bain. Now to Ferguson. Ferguson with some space. Shot and a score. Jackets A rocket from Olin Ferguson is the 11th goal for the Yellow Jacket offense. 7-goal lead now. Ferguson scores his 9th goal of the season. Had an assist earlier in this one. 2 points in the game now for number 19. Zool back out for another face-off. He's been perfect so far. But this time, Peyton Bray gets the best of him. But Zool tracks it down. Jackets scramble for the round ball. Kolke picks it up. Jackets got to stay on side. They're offsides. Jackets have too many over right now, but get away with it. And a shot goes just wide of the cage from Kolke, but the Jackets were definitely offside for a couple of seconds there, unnoticed by the referees. Bechtel controls possession. Back to Nanowski. To Schulte. Now with Branton. Schulte with a hat trick in this one. Kicks it to Byerly behind the cage. Dances around. Now to Bechtel. Bechtel can't connect with Ferguson. Chased down at the midline, and Ferguson stepped over. Over and back violation from the Yellow Jacket offense. Teague picks it up, and Transylvania good to go for their possession. Hubbs, the leading goal scorer, trying to get things going. Off to Clow. To Fox now. On the far side 20. To his left hand. Almost taken away by Randall. Ground ball out there to be had, and Randall picks it up quickly. How about Neil Randall? Couple of caused turnovers, couple of nice ground balls. Pass on the inside, almost stolen away. Hamill picked it up. Fox with it. Finds a teammate. Shot and a score. Ty Stormont finds the back of the net. A messy goal for Transylvania. Things got sloppy on the clear. Bartos was looking for Ratowski, and he can't send the ball back into the middle of play. Not too many great things are going to happen. Turn into a 2-on-1, and Stormont cashes in. Just a 6-goal lead now for the Jackets after that Transylvania score with 5:05 remaining in the third quarter.
The Transylvania goal by number 32, Ty Stormont, his first, unassisted on the play.
Jackets get caught up on the faceoff. They get a violation, but sent it back over. Dremmerly sends him to the turf. Ground ball still out there to be had. Picked up by Transylvania. And sent over. Aquino with it. Gets it off to Harari. And now Peyton Bray has it. Face-off specialist stays on for an offensive possession. Working on Aquila. Sends it forward. Up top, Harari will go to work on Declan Tubbs. Tubbs all over him. Clow working on Kolke. Tough defense from the Jackets. 25 seconds on the shot clock. Warner makes a move. Slide comes from Roscoff. Warner still with it. Lost it on the inside. Picked up behind the cage. Harari. Skip pass and a shot from Stormont. Can't cash in that time. Good look on the doorstep. Got to cash in on those opportunities with the deficit. Skip pass. Ratowski tried to find Aquila, but it's stolen away by the Pioneers. Kolke tried to lay a hit on Harari. Harari sent in a jump shot. Blocked. Harari heads over to the sideline. Spahn will check on for him, and a drive from Hamill does not score. Near side corner, now behind the cage. Hamill. Now to Hubbs, working on Declan Tubbs. And Hubbs sends it out of bounds. Turnover. The 14th Transylvania turnover. Jackets trying to clear. 12 of 15 on the day clearing the ball. Not too many mistakes, but hasn't been the cleanest look clearing the ball. Those 2 mistakes have turned into goals. Here's Schulte. Ahead of the pack, finds Tubbs. And Hubbs was all over his back. Inadvertent whistle. There was nothing to be called there. So the referees will talk that over. Tubbs was about to lose it. And the indication was that it was Transylvania possession from the referee here on this near side. 121 said, hey, we're going Transylvania's way, but those 2 refs on the far side are talking it over. Early indication that he's pointing towards Transylvania. Not sure if Tony Tatro wanted a timeout. Seems to be what they're discussing. After a short discussion, we'll send it back to Storner. It must have been a shot clock issue. Shot clock could have not started, so that's why we see the ball here on the BW end of things. Still 2:47 remaining in this third quarter, though. Ratowski with it. Off to Storner. Pass stolen away. Teague has it. Fast break. AJ Teague did not want to take a shot. Settles it down. Now Hamill ready to go right away. Ratowski stops anything from Hamill. Now Stormont. Hubbs over to Clow. Wanted to let one fire, but finds a teammate who scores. Aquino able to cash in. It's a 2-goal Transylvania run now. Finds the score at 11-7. Excuse me, 11-6 now. 25th shot from Transylvania scores their 6th goal. Still a 5-goal deficit for the Pioneers. Face-off one backwards by Bray. Still trying to get around Demerly. Gets off a pass. Finds his teammate Spahn, who breaks a double team. Timeout, Transylvania. They got caught over on that near side. Wanted to talk things over and get a clean possession here at the end of this third quarter. We'll be right back on BWYellowJackets.com with the conclusion of the third quarter.
The women's golf team opened their spring season today as the team traveled to Beverly, Ohio for the Pioneer Classic hosted by Marietta College at the Lakeside Golf Club.
Welcome back. 1:47 remains in this third quarter. Bryce Lowe has it for Transylvania. Kicks it off to Fox. Now to Harari. Up top with Quinn Fox. Back to Lowe. Far side, Aquino. Fox tried to find Aquino again, but throws it out of bounds. A turnover for the Pioneers. Shot clock, about 1 second separation. Should be off here. Storner with it. Got to get over in 20 still. They do so. Rotowski controls. Off to Aquila now. Jackets want to go fast, but Aquila slows it down. Ferguson moving towards the near side. It'll be Ferguson, Schulte, and Branton in the midfield for this possession. 40 seconds left on the game clock here in this third quarter. Behind the cage with Jake Nanowski. He goes to work with the left hand. Shot wide of the cage. Bechtel's there for the backup. 27 seconds remain in the quarter. Bechtel. Swing back to Nanowski with the right hand. Back to Branton. Behind the cage, Byerly. To Bechtel. 7 seconds. Ferguson fires. Wide of the cage again. 4 seconds left in the quarter. Shot clock, not a factor here. Bechtel up top. Ferguson fires, and it was blocked. That'll end the third quarter here in Berea. Jackets lead it 11-6 after 3 quarters of play. Leading goal scorer in the game, John Schulte, with 3 goals. Behind him, Nanowski with 2, Branton with 2, and Byerly with 2. We'll be right back with the conclusion and the fourth quarter of this one right here on BWYellowJackets.com.
Returns to action on Wednesday, March 23rd, when the team hosts Teal College of Pennsylvania in a non-conference match at 3:30 p.m. at the Pop Collins Tennis Courts. The women's tennis team returns to play on Saturday, March 26th, when the team travels to Oberlin, Ohio for a non-conference match against Oberlin at 10 a.m. The women's softball team returns to the field Wednesday, March 23rd, when the team travels to Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania for a non-conference doubleheader against Geneva College at 3 and 5 o'clock on the Bill and Rita Conradi softball field.
Fourth quarter action coming your way. 15 minutes on the clock. Demerly out there to do the work at the X for the Yellow Jackets. Violation on him there. Peyton Bray picks up a win for the Pioneers. Stolen by Roscoff. Not a great pass from Peyton Bray. Jackets still got to control the clear here. Rotowski with it. Working against a tough ride from Stormont. Randall sends it over, and the Jackets can't clear that time. Quick pass, go to the turf, but Transylvania able to control. Fox with it. Now to Warner. Pioneers moving it around nicely. Here's Warner. Now to Lowe. Now to Fox. Back to Lowe, the lefty. Stormont behind the cage. To Hubbs. Back to Stormont, who dribbles it out of bounds. Turnover. Pioneers turn it over yet again. That's their 17th turnover in the game. Aquila gets it over the midline. Successful clear for the Jackets. Aquila still on the move. Ferguson, no one's coming to play him. He'll fire a shot, and it got blocked. Pass over to Hamill corralled. Jacket defense pressuring. How does Hamill still have it? He lost his glove and everything, and he still was able to control possession of the ball, but right now it's in the hands and the cross of Noah Bartos, so the referees will talk this one over. Not sure why you take possession away from Hamill unless he was thumbing the ball, which you can't do. I mean, I'm not sure how else he could have kept the ball in this cross other than putting his hand on the ball. And Transylvania going to keep possession. No stick check for Hamill. Here's Fox. Back up top with Warner. Yet to score in this one. Trying to get open. Caught up with Rutowski. Now to Dalton Hubbs. Bryce Lowe kicks it to Quinn Fox. He's got the short stick matchup. Inside roll and a save. Joe Storner. A brick wall on the doorstep. A great look from Quinn Fox on the inside roll. Found his hands free on a one-on-one with Joe Storner. Joe Storner comes up victorious again. Branton on the sideline can't get it away from A.J. Teague. It caused turnover for him. And possession for Transylvania. Teague's got to get out of the double team, though. The Jacket ride all over him. Byerly sends it out of his cross. Turnover. A caused turnover for Byerly on the far side. Jackets control possession. Jackets hold a little bit of this shot clock, get the right offensive personnel on. Roscoff comes out. And Jake Shoreling heads into the game. Storner 60% save percentage today. 9 saves, 27 shots faced, 6 goals against. Byerly had it stripped. Pass was tipped right in front of him by Hubbs, and Transylvania picks up possession of it. A keeper on the run. Topher Hayes gets away from Bechtel. Aquino waited for everybody to be on sides before he steps over. And a successful clear for Transylvania. Pioneer offense trying to get going here. Off to Warner. Warner fires a shot too high. Fox behind the cage. Was denied on his last shot. Fox over to Hamill. Scored the opening goal for the Pioneers. Now off to Will Warner, 6'2" midfielder. Off to Hubbs. A shot. Finds the top left corner. Dalton Hubbs gets things going in the fourth quarter. It's the first goal of this quarter with 10:40 remaining in the game. Just a 4-goal deficit now for Transylvania. Can't leave Hubbs that open. He can shoot it. He's the leading scorer on this Transylvania offense. 17 goals coming into the game. That's his second of the day. Face-off is kicked out. Tubbs takes a hit. And out comes the Laundry. A flag on the play. Free play for the Jackets now. A lot of time to work with. Free play not stopped until possession is changed. And there's a possession change. So the Jackets will have it a man up. Declan Tubbs was chasing after a ground ball and he was hit hard. Referees will talk this one over. We'll get the official call for you. I'm expecting another cross-check and another minute penalty based on what we saw from earlier today in this refereeing crew. There have been 7 man-up opportunities today. BW's cashed in on 2 of their 4, and Transylvania cashed in on 1 of 3. Here's the penalty. They're going to lock it in. Hit came to the head. I'm going to see how many minutes it will be locked in for. Usually you lock it in with contact to the head. They saw that there was some there on Tubbs when he went to pick up that ground ball. Kind of a cheap shot right to his face. They get him for unnecessary roughness for a minute, and it'll be locked in. Branton has it. Now to Byerly, 88 in white. With Nanowski now. To Schulte. Jake Nanowski here on the near side with it. Over to Ferguson on the skip pass. Ferguson right back to Nanowski. Swings it to Schulte. Schulte fires and scores. Book another goal for John Schulte. He's got 4. And the Jackets have a 5-goal lead here in the fourth quarter. Schulte scores on his 7th shot of the day for his 4th goal.
John Schulte, his 4th. Assisted by number 4, Jake Nanowski, his 2nd.
Jake Nanowski's 2nd assist. Came into the game leading the team in assists. Leads the team in assists today with Byerly. Both of those guys have 2. Nanowski now to 7 assists on the season. Schulte finds his 7th goal of the year. 9:40 remains in the game. That moves Topher Hayes to a 14% save percentage. Hasn't been his day. Demerly out there to do some face-off work. This time, he was working on Caden Bates, and he picked up a win. Aquila picks up the ground ball. 12-10 now on the face-offs total. Transylvania with a 2 face-off lead. But I tell you, the wings for BW have been really great and physical. Jackets swinging around. Byerly with it. Inside, behind the back shot from Boehm. Jackets trying to get crafty for another goal in this fourth. Bechtel finds Ferguson. Now to Schulte. Quickly off to Nanowski, who sends it to Ferguson, and a rocket comes flying by out of bounds. Ferguson sent it. Byerly has it. Still 35 seconds on the shot clock. Boehm on the move. Off to Ferguson. Now with Kyler Byerly. Off to Ferguson. Right back to Byerly. Byerly sends a shot off the foot of a Pioneer. Rebound kicks to Bechtel, who swings it to Ferguson. Ferguson on the face dodge. Had his shot deflected as well. Keeper outside. Jackets trying to get it away, but AJT clears it for the Pioneers. Too much for Lowe, though. That one will bounce out of bounds for a turnover. Randall has it on the far side. Shot clock should have reset, and there it does. Aquila with some moves. And the Jackets fail to clear. Not the greatest pass from Jonas Aquila. Trying to connect with Clay Kolke there. Dalton Hubbs gets past the Yellow Jacket ride. 8 minutes left in the game. Warner fires right into the stick of Storner. Storner picks up double-digit saves on the day. He's got 10. Jackets in transition. Here's Adam Blos. Off to Nanowski. Lots of action in the middle. Blos sent to the ground after a screen. Jackets slow it down. They've got the lead. Playing a little bit more conservative now. Behind the cage to Bechtel. Transylvania packing it in. Now with Boehm. Behind the cage, Bechtel. Redirects back to Boehm. Now back to Bechtel. Up top, Jake Branton. Got a couple of goals in this one. Now to Shoreling, the freshman. Jackets with nice ball movement. And Boehm nearly sent it out of bounds. Hubbs tried to intercept that one. And a timeout called by Transylvania with 6:50 remaining in the game. We'll take one as well here on BWYellowJackets.com. Right back with the conclusion of this one.
Of the OAC champion and number 10 nationally ranked women's basketball team. On being selected to the 2022 D3Hoops.com All-American Region 7 second team for the second consecutive season. Lily has also become the Baldwin Wallace women's basketball single season scoring record holder by scoring 495 points this season. Today, Lily was named to the Division III All-American 4th team. Congratulations, Lily.
.650 remain in this one. Jackets lead it 12-7. They have possession behind the cage. Moving around. Here's Byerly attacking. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Byerly fires a shot off the keeper. Shot clock resets, but Transylvania picks up the rebound. Off to Hubbs. He was able to score at the end of the third quarter for the Pioneers. They went on a three-goal run at the last 5 minutes or so, in the first 5 minutes or so of this quarter. Warner fires wide. Fox behind the net, working on Neil Randall. Gets a screen from Warner, right into Randall. Defense is there all the way, so they swing it. Hubbs fires off the stick of Storner, and Rutowski safely drops it off to him. Another save for Joe Storner. He has it now. Flips it to Rutowski. Jackets trying to clear it. It's been a tough ride from Transylvania today, but a dot from Joe Storner. Doesn't exactly connect with Branton, but Branton able to win that ground ball sequence and protect possession for the Jackets. Now to Hunter Bain. Behind the cage with Bechtel. Moves it to Nanowski. Nanowski puts his shoulder down. Tried to kick it to Bain. Pass sails to the left of him. Over and back on the Jackets. Slow break here for A.J. Teague and the Pioneers. Low with it in his left hand. Can't score it. Storner with another stop. Timeout on the field comes from Tony Tatro, and the Yellow Jackets will take one as well with 4:46 remaining in this fourth quarter. Teams break the huddles, ready to go for this 4:46 that still remains. No score since 9:40 in this quarter. It's been around 5 minutes since then. That goal was scored by John Schulte, his fourth. It's been fairly quiet from both of these teams since then. The Pioneers control in their end. Quinn Fox behind the cage with it as things are ready to go. Harari back up top with Warner. Yet to score in this one. Now to Hubbs. Harari with it. Working on Declan Tubbs. Now the switch. Hubbs has it working on Randall. Pass inside and a score. A high bouncer from Bryce Lowe. Bounced right in front of Storner's foot and right into the top corner. Well placed from the lefty. Still a 4-goal deficit Jackets protecting that. And a new keeper in for Transylvania, Brandon Warzel. Faced that first shot and saved it earlier. Didn't get that switch to you. Demerly wins it forward. A nice win by Luke Demerly, the freshman. Late in these games, you need guys that can win faceoffs and secure your possession. Randall controls. Swings it to Kolke. On the near sideline finds Schulte. Schulte with a quick pass to Ferguson, and the Jackets connect the dots. It can let this time dribble down just a bit. 80-second shot clock in Division III lacrosse this season. Resets to 60 after it hits the pipe or the goalie again. That's what you see a lot of these stoppages for. It's a really important part of this game. And it wasn't a couple of years ago. Wanted to speed things up, although this is the fastest game on 2 feet. Jackets have certainly been playing fast today. They swing it around, maybe a bit too fast there. Bechtel loses it out of bounds. 3 minutes to go in the game. Warzel has it. Gets it off to Alexander. Alexander, cross-field pass. And Markham walks it over. Off to Warner. Warner sends it. Aquino. Now to Harari. Hamill inside, score it. Transylvania on a run of their own. 2 quick goals on the inside from the Pioneer attackmen. Hamill scores that one, and before that, Lowe. Both find that top left corner in different ways. A 3-goal game. Jackets led it 11-5 in the third quarter with 5 minutes left, and Demerly wins that one. Coming up clutch, the freshman. 2:30 remains in the game. Byerly controls with a couple of seconds to take off that shot clock in the corner. He'll run around a little bit and swing it to Bain. Branton all alone up top. Brickley comes to meet him. Branton on the run. Picked up by the LSM Teague. Kicks it back to Bain. Bain with the short stick matchup. Goes to work on Brickley. Has it in his left hand. Rolls back to the right. Receives the long stick matchup. And waits. 30 seconds on the shot clock. Hubbs picks him up at the 30. Bain working. Gets it off to Bechtel. Bechtel draws the double team. Got to get it off to somebody. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Jackets kill some time. Calmly thrown off by Bechtel. 7 seconds left. And Branton sends it to Bechtel, who's in the corner and waiting to throw it off out of bounds. 3-goal game with 1:17 remaining. Transylvania with a stop there. Jackets used all 80 seconds of the shot clock, though. Didn't want a transition opportunity and smartly dump it off into that far corner. Harari on the run. Got to go quick here. Fox steps in. Doesn't fire. Now back to Hamill. Under a minute to play. Hamill kicks to Lowe. Lowe fires wide of the cage. Backups there from Fox. 49 seconds remain. Still a 3-goal deficit. Trying to find a way back into the game. Fox Off to Warner. Warner fires and scores. 42 seconds remaining, and Warner finds the back of the net. Jackets need one more face-off win, and they can chalk up this as a victory. But the pressure coming from Transylvania, just a 2-goal deficit after a 3-goal run here as of late. Started at 4:17 in the fourth. Jackets haven't scored since 9:40 in the fourth when they were man up. Demerly at the X. A violation going to be called. And that's 3 on Peyton Bray. Or is it going to go on? It's going to go on Demerly, his third violation. That's going to send Transylvania up a man. New rule this year. 3 face-off violations leads to a technical foul and a 30-second advantage for Transylvania with 40 seconds left in the game. Six on 5. Warner with it. Back to Aquino. Inside, score! Wow. Hamill. And they score quick on the man-up opportunity. 12-11 now.
Transylvania by number 44, Andrew Hamill. His third, assisted by number 27, Cade Aquino. His third.
Jackets send out Neil Randall this time for the face-off. One of their best long stick defenders. They like him at the draw late in games. Seems to muck things up at the X. Tries to do so here. And a hold. Going to be called on Randall. And that's a 30-second penalty. And that's going to put Transylvania up a man for 30 seconds again. This is going to be the 5th man-up opportunity of the day for Transylvania. It's going to be the 6th. It's not down in the stats yet, but it should be the 6th man-up opportunity. They have cashed in on 2 of 5 so far. 28 seconds remain. It's a 1-goal lead for the Yellow Jackets. They haven't scored since 9:40 in this one. And Transylvania with a heck of a run. 4 goals in less than 4 minutes. 28 seconds to play. Hamill with it. Gets it to Lowe. Behind the cage with Fox. Back to Lowe. Inside to Aquino. Dribbles off Storner's right arm. Ball's on the turf. Fox with it. 10 seconds left. To Lowe. Inside. Score! Tie game! Wow. What a run by Transylvania to tie things up. 5 seconds remain in regulation. And it's been all Pioneers. Bryce Lowe scores his 4th goal of the day. What a play. Jackets trying to get their team on the field. Aquila's going to come on for the long stick on the face-off over on the defensive end. Randall will take the draw against Peyton Bray. 5 seconds on the clock in regulation. Most likely headed to overtime for some extra lacrosse here in Berea after this face-off. Randall.
4, 3, 2, 1.
And we're tied at the end of regulation. What a run by Transylvania. The Jackets led 11-5 at one point in this one. It was 12-7 at 9:40 in the fourth quarter, and Transylvania scored 5 goals in less than 4 minutes. We'll be right back with the overtime period. You won't want to go anywhere. Welcome back to Yellow Jacket Lacrosse here on BWYellowJackets.com. If you're just joining us, we're headed to overtime. We're tied at 12 at the end of regulation. And the Jackets find themselves on the wrong end of a strong run from Transylvania. It was 8-12 with 4:17 remaining, and that's when their run started. Demerly comes out to do the face-off work this time for the Jackets. They sent out Neil Randall a couple of times before that. And Zach Zula has also seen some time here today. Peyton Bray has taken every single draw for Transylvania and the Pioneers. He's done some nice work at the face-off X today. It's 13-13 at the face-off X after that final face-off of regulation was a win for BW. All tied up at 12. Demerly kicks it off to Tubbs, and the Jackets have the first possession of overtime. Teague manning up against Tubbs on the near side, on the far sideline. Tubbs able to dance away, gets it to Demerly. Demerly off to Roscoff. Roscoff to Nanowski, and the Jackets can slow things down. Sudden death overtime here in Berea. Next goal wins. Jackets have played in 2 overtime games so far in this season. They won the first here at home against Grove City. They fell to Southern Virginia in overtime, where they really battled in that one against a strong, talented Southern Virginia roster. Here's Nanowski to Schulte. He's got 4 in this one. Ferguson ended it last time. Sent it out of bounds. Jackets tracking the backup, 4 in white. Nanowski is there. 3:06 remaining in overtime. Nanowski with it. Over to Bechtel. Bechtel on the move. Lost it to Byerly, who picks it up. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Byerly working with some space. Now to Ferguson. Off to Boehm. Fires, scores for the win. Hunter Boehm ends it for the Jackets. They take the win over the Pioneers, 13-12. What an epic finish. The second overtime victory of the season. The Yellow Jackets fight and earn this one. Hunter Boehm. Book it. Jackets win in overtime. How about it? An assist from Owen Ferguson finds Hunter Boehm, who ends things for the Jackets. It was almost a disastrous run. Transylvania came roaring back, but the Jackets shut the door, and they win 13-12. Go over some scoring summaries after that one. It was a lot from the Jackets. Storner comes out of the game 50% save percentage-wise. 11 saves on 38 shots faced. Hayes, 33 shots faced, 2 saves. That was the difference tonight. The goalie play from Joe Storter was big, and Warzel, who came in for Hayes, could not make the save in overtime. Boehm scores it, his second goal of the contest. Schulte led the game in goals with 4. Bryce Lowe and Andrew Hamill both added a hat trick for the Pioneers. And the other Jackets with 2 goals, Jake Danowski, Jake Branton, Kyler Byerly, and Ferguson also added a goal for the Jackets. And they moved to 3-3 and 500 on the season.
Attention fans, if anybody is missing a ring.
Jackets will move into conference play here next week. First conference game will be against Capital. Trying to get the schedule here for you so we can preview some of these games here. They'll take on Chatham on Wednesday here inside the George Finnie Stadium at 7 p.m. I'll be here calling that one for you. And then they head into conference play on Saturday at Capital inside Bernlohr Stadium at 1 p.m. And OAC Road will start then. Capital, Heidelberg, then Marietta the next 3 after Chatham here at home on Wednesday. The Jackets victorious today, 13-12 after an overtime period. Hunter Boehm ends things for the Jackets as they get the win, moving to 500 on the year, 3-3. For myself, Luke Schradel, and everybody here at Baldwin Wallace Athletics, thank you for riding along with us. This is a fun contest to cover. We'll see you next time here on BWYellowJackets.com.